Hello, it is diaperperv, and welcome to all my rants everywhere, all at once. So I realized that I just needed a full episode to rant about all the things I need to get off my chest before we go any further and we have any other guests. And I just want this episode to be about me and my, I don't know, things that annoy me about abdl in general, because if I don't get all this stuff off my chest, it is just going to bleed into other episodes like it has so far in the past. Every episode I've done, I feel like I somehow insert one of my pet peeves in there, whether it's relevant or not. So I'm just going to get everything out right now. It's going to be a lot. So you don't have to listen to this episode, or you can listen to me complain. And I'm sure at the end of this, I'll either be really fired up or really, really relaxed and chill. So if you don't know me, my name is diaperperv. I have a YouTube channel. I have been in the, I guess, abdl sphere. I don't know. I hesitate to use the word community because I don't really believe in that, because there's no qualifier. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can say they're in the community, they're not in the community, whatever. I've been in this sphere since, well, in my opinion, since late 2017, when I went to my first in-person event. Now, I've been interested in this since 1996, and there really wasn't a community that I partook in at that time in my city. I guess I was online. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna go on my first rant. And this kind of ties into when I was online interested in the things I'm into in 1996, when there really wasn't a lot of women online. And it's 2023 now, and I still feel like I need to qualify myself to randos on the internet that I don't know and they don't know me, that I am a real female into this fetish, period. There are still people that doubt my sincerity in this, that I'm actually turned on by this, and these are my real interests. I feel like I put myself so out there at this point, like for so many years, that I don't need to do this. But it's not just me. It seems like a lot of people who identify as female get questioned by males about, are you really into this? Do you really like this? What does that even mean? Like, do you really like this? If a girl is posting a picture of herself in a diaper, she's wearing the diaper. There's no way to fake that. Okay? What her intentions are might vary with why she's in the diaper and why she's posting it. But it gets so tiring just having these men say, are you real? What the F does that supposed to mean? Are you real? I know I'm real. People that have met me know that I'm real. I don't feel like I need to justify all of this to a person I don't know and will probably never meet. My advice to them is, maybe you should actually go to some events in real life and see that, yes, there are really females out there who are into this. I don't know why you think you're so unique in your interests. But women have fetishes too. Women are sexual too. We and stop asking us to prove it. I don't even know how to prove it. Like, literally, just look at my Twitter. Anywho, okay. The second one. Okay, these aren't numbered by like the amount of, I don't know, annoyance I get from this stuff or anything. It's just random. I really hate the term abdl. Yes, there should be a slash in between AB and DL. I don't like the term altogether. Adult baby diaper lover. I feel like when non-ABDLs hear this, they hear blah, 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 baby lover. And then they automatically think it's something that it's not. And realistically, just from seeing hundreds of people and knowing hundreds of people, not everyone identifies as a baby. Not everyone age plays. And diaper lover, like, that just sounds weird. What about diaper fetishist? Diaper enjoyer? But diaper lover, it feels like my lover is the diaper. And everyone's just making love to their diapers. It just sounds bizarre to people who aren't in this lifestyle or have this interest. And I don't think there's any better term or acronym out there right now. Adult baby diaper fetishist. I just don't like the word baby. I think that word just needs to be taken out. And I know historically this term wasn't used. When I got into it in 96, it was called infantilism. And I guess that's still a word that comes to mind when I think about it, but no one uses it anymore. I feel like I still use it like on my sites and stuff as a keyword. But the word infant is banned in a lot of the platforms, so I can't really use it. But in my mind, that's still relevant to me. And someone who is 60 or 70, when they got into it in like when DPF, diaper pail fraternity, was big, it was called something else too. So I don't think we'll ever find a term that encompasses like all our interests because they're just so varied. But for the most part, the diaper is the core of it. So I think the word diaper should be in there for sure. I don't know. I just call myself a diaper fetishist. Another annoyance I have is people who project their fantasies onto others without their permission. And that happens so much, but I understand it's just part of being online. Like, there's going to be people who don't leave that online bubble, and just being online itself, to them, all the content is their fantasy, and that's how they're going to treat it. They're going to treat everybody in the lifestyle as a fetish object or whatever for their own personal gain, and I get it. I get it. It's just tiring. It's whatever, being called mommy is so annoying. Like, especially if someone calls me like something so far from my realm, like mistress or governess, or like a term that I've never used. It's like, please stop. You're never going to get a reply. I mean, I'm not going to block them. I get it. On some of my platforms, I'm here for, stroking people's fantasies. I get that. But just don't call me mommy or mistress. Like, not that I kind of feel insulted in some ways, because it's like, that doesn't apply to me. Who are you talking to? This fantasy person you have out there, which is all good. That's fine. Okay, and that that complaint kind of goes into my complaint with people who complain all the time online and take absolutely no actionable objectives to make things a reality or to change their situation. Like, okay, so your whole online personality, what you put out there, what people see is you complaining. I wish I had a mommy. I wish these things would happen to me. Would you do them to me? That's your whole personality, huh? I know, I know. I get the irony of this because I'm literally making this entire podcast episode all about my complaints. And that's a great thing about freedom and freedom of speech is that you can complain all you want about not having things or you wish something would happen to you magically, just happen to you, you know. This mommy's just gonna come knock on your door and say, hey, I heard there's an adult baby living here in this house. Do you need a diaper check? Like, come on. But I respect your freedom to do that. I'm just gonna say that there are things you can do to try and get the things that you want out of life. Okay? That's all. Just try and go for it. Meet people. Maybe tell your girlfriend or your wife or even your friend because they might be down for diapering you. I don't know. Maybe make a broader friend group and meet some cool peeps out there. You know, like just don't try to be less unhappy and go for the things that might improve your life or you know or just pay for a fantasy diaper session with one of the wonderful providers out there. All right, next rant. People who are time wasters and not good at communicating. And I understand, like, my rants are coming from my experiences. There are some people who will never relate to any of these things I'm ranting to, and there's some that will. So, yeah, I get a lot of emails or messages that have a one-word thing like, hey, hello, or will you be my mommy? Like, I delete those. And I think most people that get those emails and messages delete them. If you have a question, just ask the question. The worst thing to do is to ask, hey, you, can I ask a question? Come on. Like, now this person has to open their messages, read it, and then respond back, sure, you can ask a question. Like, what the, in what realm do you act like this? Like, dude, call a dentist's office and be like, hey, can I ask a question? No, you just ask the question. Or you state your objective. Like, hey, I would like to make an appointment to see this dentist next week or whenever. Or you ask, when is your next available time? I mean, it's just communication. To me, I guess it seems simple. You say who you are, you state your objective, you ask any questions that you may have, maybe all at once if you have them. So you're not going back and forth. And to me, it's wasting someone's time if they have to like repeatedly answer questions or answer the questions that are already asked on their website or whatever. Like, stop beating around the bush. And I get it. Okay, maybe you're shy, whatever. Just get over it. Just ask the question. Okay, another one. People who need to be micromanaged. Let's say if you're trying to book a virtual session, right? And they're like, okay, can I pay now? Okay, can I do this? It's like, just do the thing. Okay, I get it. It's part of your personal fantasy to be told what to do because they probably enjoy being submissive. I get it. But now is not the time for that. Okay? You can role play to be someone's diaper slave when it's time for the role play. But before that, you need to be an adult. You usually there's like a an easy list of things to do, like pay them, you know, get your time slot, whatever. It's not that easy. It's not that difficult. To me, it just seems like clear and concise communication. Stop wasting people's time. That's all. Okay, another one. DLs that insist they are not ABDL or that they don't relate to that term, so they don't go to events that say ABDL. And I feel like so many people are missing out because of that, which kind of ties into, yeah, I hate the term ABDL. It's like, yeah, you're half of that. Yeah, you're into diapers. You're half of that. You don't have to be the other half. But you don't need to like vehemently keep stating that over and over again. Like, we get it. You're not into age play, but you're just go to the event because it still applies to you. All right. Now we're getting into like more serious stuff now. Another thing that really annoys me, and I think that has to do with my issue with the term ABDL community, is the actual lack of real community and support within that community. It's all surface. A lot of it is fake, and a lot of people they have ulterior motives. Maybe it's for popularity, for views, some type of gain. But I mean, in the big scheme of things, we're all just individuals who just happen to like a certain thing. And yes, there are a lot of events that are geared for us that we go to, but I just feel like people expect so much from the term community when, in my eyes, there really isn't any. You could be part of it, you could not be part of it. We're all just individuals going to these things, and yes, friendships develop, and then you're part of a much smaller community, or maybe one that's localized, or maybe one that's just you and your friends. And then that's a community because you guys are actually looking out for each other, helping each other, supporting each other. But in the grand scheme of things, to me, it doesn't exist. Okay, I left my biggest, longest rant till now because it's gonna be long. But I'm gonna try and keep it short. I really cannot stand, quote, pro mommies that should probably not be offering services to ABDL folks because they don't get it. And granted, maybe they will one day. Maybe it'll click with them the more clients they have. But I've seen, I guess, professional DOMs just list ABDLs or diaper fetish to a long list of things that they offer. And to be with a client that like isn't age play, where the diapers are the focus, you're not going to fully get it. You're not going to understand like how important diaper checks are, how important, I guess, the affection and the emotional aspects of it are. And I feel like there are so many people who want to make money off of this. They're like, what? I just get to like babysit and feed them chicken nuggets and get paid like $250 an hour. No, it doesn't work like that. And maybe that's just me setting my bar really high, because I know when I did sessions, every single second of my time was their time. And I've heard so many complaints from real people who have paid real money, real hard-earned money, to quote professionals and to not get what they want. Like whether that quote professional was complaining about their life for, 30, 40 minutes first, or they put a diaper on the client and they didn't even check it or interact with that aspect for the rest of the time. That's why people who don't have a diaper fetish and don't live this lifestyle should not be offering it, because when the client isn't getting what they want, to me, you're ripping them off. You're taking their hard-earned money and just ripping them off. And that's messed up. And they'll learn after the first time, like, hey, I wasn't fulfilled in my emotional and mental and physical needs, because it's all those things. I hate it when people think, oh, wow, I just have to put a diaper on this person and my entire job is done. I'm just going to make them like worship my body. Yes, this stuff has happened. I've heard of it. And then I always ask them, like, well, did you clearly communicate what you were looking for beforehand, either in words, verbally, or through stories? And yeah, but they still the provider like rerouted them and did something completely different that was not what they wanted. Like, for example, I just hear a lot of, I guess, novice babysitters that don't live the lifestyle think that it's all about, like, everyone wants age play. Everyone just wants to be treated like a toddler. And even though the client explicitly says, no, I'm not an age player, they'll still like do stuff like reading stories or playtime or whatever. And they're like, why am I spending money on this? And I know, like, the client can say, hey, time out. This is not what we talked about. And these aren't aspects that I wanted from the session. And it seems like a lot of novice babysitters, they just think it's a one blueprint plan for all ABDLs, which it's not. And that's when they're ripping people off. And it sucks because there's no repercussions. No one talks about it in public or on FetLife because they don't want to get, I don't know, attacked by that quote provider. And these people are just getting ripped off. I've literally heard so many negative stories about negative sessions when they didn't get what they wanted, or when they're put in a weird position that they have to pay extra for stuff when it wasn't pre-negotiated beforehand, or they weren't told about all the extra hidden charges beforehand. And I wish the clients would feel comfortable enough telling the providers afterwards in a follow-up email, but they don't do that. And then the provider will never know that their clients, probably their one-time clients, are unhappy in their mind. They're like, yeah, I did it. I like put the diaper on. I never diaper checked them, and I made them color. No, 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 that's not what they wanted. There's never going to be repercussion. People are too scared, shy, embarrassed to speak up about it. And then I get to hear about it, which just infuriates me. But I'm glad that people feel comfortable enough to talk to me in confidence about these things. So when people ask me for recommendations on who should I see for sessions, I only recommend people who live the lifestyle, who are actually into diapers, who masturbate thinking about diaper porn. Period. I would never recommend anyone else where this is not their real lifestyle. Okay, I think I went on all my rants. I mean, I didn't touch, the biggest elephant in the room, which is the amount of bullying that happens within the abdl quote community, because I'm planning on doing an entire episode about that, and with a lot of guests too, at least like 4 different guests, to talk about bullying and why it happens so much in this community. I mean, I get that drama happens in all communities, and I see it because I'm part of other special interest communities. Drama happens everywhere. I mean, it happens when you work at the mall. It happens at the doctor's office that you work at. It happens at work. But I don't think it's as bad as it is here. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're like, what, bullying? Geez, I envy you. You are really, really lucky. And I hope it stays that way. So anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. I think I've ranted on long enough. I'm trying to think of what other things I can rant about, but those are the main ones. Oh, yeah, okay, here's another one. Someone who pays for diaper porn, and it's just been like diaper boys just for fans. I wish they would vary up the content. Like, most of them don't really, okay, all of them don't really do like cute little scenarios. And I would like cute little role play scenarios with whether they're talking to the camera, like they're talking to me, because that's a lot of the videos I make for I Need a Mommy, or just little pretend scenarios. It just makes it more fun when you have that element of a suspension of disbelief. But like, I'll subscribe to people's just for fans, and then it's not much variation of them coming in their diapers or outside their diapers or messing their diapers and then coming. Just use your imagination to make it fun. Anyways, okay, rant over. I hope you all have an amazing week. And spring is here, finally, yay! So, yeah, you guys stay safe, stay padded, and I'll see you next episode. Bye!